What's up, fellas? Sub-Ohm Killer here, bringing you guys another review today. It's been a long wait. Had a fantastic weekend at Vape Expo in Toronto. Met some awesome people. Got some fucking wicked tasting juice to bring you guys for reviews. And picked up another couple pieces of hardware. Got this dope hat. It was given to me by 100 Vape Shop out of Edmonton. I'll leave a link for those guys in the bottom of the description of the video. Yeah, I had an awesome weekend, but time to get back to the grind, bring you guys some new reviews. So, today, I am bringing you the Theorem by Wismec. Designed by Jabo and Suck My Mod. It's nice to see other reviewers getting into the game and helping out, designing merchandise that we can use. Yeah, it's really cool. I support that for sure. So, the Theorem, like I said, was designed by Jabo, inspired by Suck My Mod. It is made of stainless steel. It's nice looking. I've got it on the Wismec 75 watt pressa. Running in a temp control, 500 degrees Fahrenheit, 65 watts. I've got the notch coil in here. It does come with two coils. It comes with one notch already mounted on the tank and one extra one, and it's pre-wicked. Vaping on some loaded e-liquid s'mores. It's pretty tasty juice. It has an open wicking system where you just have to, you'll see this from the close-up, you just tuck it down. There's two little notches cut out. You just tuck your wick down there and it's pretty easy to wick. It is a Jenny style tank, as you can see. It where your coils and everything are up top, and then your juice is on the bottom of the tank. The glass is Pyrex. I'm gonna have another vape on this. Pretty flavorful tank. Not much cloud production, but very flavorful. It is top fill, so you just take your top off. There's a little hole inside, and you'll see that again from the close-up. And once it's filled, just pop your top back on, away you go. It does have adjustable airflow for single airflow or dual airflow. It does have a leak-proof design with the tank where it has two O-rings in the bottom and one in the top. I haven't had a leak on me yet. As I said before, it does include two notch coils, one mounted on your tank already, and one in the box. It is 22 millimeters. I have it on the 75 watt pressa, so I mean there's no overhang. Nice tiny little tank. And it does have single or dual coil option. Now, with the single or dual, it's both mounted on the same side, so you'd have to run like a dual vertical on the one side. It doesn't have an option to wick on the other side of the tank, and you'll see that from the close-up as well. Very flavorful. And the notch coils can be ran in either wattage or temp control where they are stainless steel. They do have nickel leads on them, so the leads are quite brittle, so you have to be very careful when mounting the coils. I've just used the one that came with it. I haven't tried any custom builds like any Claptons or Fuse or anything like that in them. I just wanted to test out the actual notch coil that came with it. I'm gonna have another vape on it. It's very, like I said, it's very flavorful. Alright, so enough about this tank. Let's dive down, have a close look at it. I'll show you what it comes with, show you how it's wicked. We'll come back up, talk about it a little bit more, give my pros and cons, have another vape on it. Alright guys, up close look at the new Theorem by Wismec. Well, it's a Jenny tank, as you can see from inside there. Nice little package it comes in. Designed by Jabo, inspired by Suck My Mod. Wismec on the side, Theorem atomizer, scratch and sniff sticker, check to make sure yours is authentic. Wismec's website. And on the back, just the Theorem atomizer, what it comes with, breakdown of your atomizer, what each component is. Made in China, manufactured by Wismec. Alright, so let's open it up and see what you got in here. So there's your tank. As you see, it's Jenny style, where your juice is on the bottom. Comes pre-wicked and pre-coiled. You get 2 extra tanks. You get a metal one, and this is one piece, so there is a glass inside, metal on the outside. It does add a little bit of extra diameter to your tank. The glass is in the inside, the metal's on the out there. It does come with one extra just glass, extra coil and wick. Bag of goodies, 4 extra post hole screws, O-rings, dual airflow control, and your Allen key. If you dig deeper there, you've got a little booklet. Shows you about building, airflow. Alright, so let's take a look at the tank. So, starting at the top, you have your standard 510 drip tip, so you can use your customized drip tips in here. And that top does come off very easily, so there's not much. You have to pull very hard to get that off of there. The drip tip is nice and snug, so you can use your customized drip tips in there. Okay, your top cap, and it does come with this ceramic block. And the way the airflow works, and I have it set up for single, so the top cap comes off in 3 pieces. This is your airflow control ring. It's notched. You see there, there's a notch there. So in single, you would have it closed off, the front closed off, and the back open. So the airflow goes down and comes out that little notch there and hits your coil and comes up back up through your mouthpiece. Or you can have it on the front where it would actually, the air would come down and hit your coil from the top. So instead of hitting it from behind, it would hit your coil from the top and then come up through the mouthpiece. So it's whatever way is the style that you want to use. I know with using vertical coils in this, a lot of people have it open in the front. So again, you're hitting your coil from the top and then it's coming up through the middle. But I have mine, I like more of a restricted draw on it, so I have it in the back, and then you can adjust it. You can have that closed off either way, make it more restricted. And once you have it, once you have your airflow selected where you want it, take the top ring, screw it on, secure it. Drip tip goes on there, and then back on. And the ceramic block does have a little O-ring there around that little nub that goes in through juice fill hole. Okay, so I'm going to have to get a mod here. So the bottom is secured by 2 O-rings. You see there, the top only has 1. So the top comes off fairly easy, where the bottom, since it's not screwed together, the bottom actually is very secure. So that's not going to leak. Okay, so it does come pre-installed with a coil, a notch coil, and pre-wicked. I have cut my cotton. The cotton that it comes with is still the same cotton, but the cotton was actually in and wrapped around the base, so there was quite a bit of cotton in there, so I have trimmed it. My suggestion would be to trim it as well. I have seen that it doesn't wick well when your cotton is actually touching the bottom of the tank. So having it this style, it actually has been wicking very nicely. Okay, so it is that it is a 4-post, or 2 posts with 2 holes here and 2 in the center. So you've got 2 positives and 2 negatives. So you can run single or dual. I have this set up for single. And I am using the notch coil. And on the bottom, just Wismec, designed by Jabo, inspired by Suck My Mod. And then you have your gold-plated, non-adjustable 510 pin, and your peak insulator around that. Okay, all in all, very well constructed. Didn't know if I was going to like this where it's not screwed together. This is the first tank that I have that's not screwed together. It's just together by O-rings. But it hasn't leaked on me, so it's doing pretty well. Okay, so let's fill it, and I'll show you a couple of things here about this tank. So today I'm going to be using some loaded e-liquid glazed donut. It's excellent. So one other thing I want to show you, that fill hole there. You can see that fill hole right in on the other side here. It should fit out any of your droppers, but if you do have any tips that are bigger, just kind of, it should pour in there. But you should be able to fit your dropper right inside that hole. And I know there's no need to dry fire these coils when you freshly install one. You can dry fire them if you have to clean it, but there's no need to dry fire it when you first install. Okay, and I'm also going to paint my wick there along the top. Okay, so one technique that I have seen, and it definitely works, so your tank doesn't get airlocked, is if you run a Allen key, let's see that, along the edge here, just kind of like a little hole there, and on the other one as well. Just so everything doesn't get airlocked, because you are plugging that hole, your juice fill hole there, with that ceramic block. Alright, so there we go. It's all filled up and ready to go. I'm going to throw this on a different mod. Okay, so I throw this on a different mod. I got it set for 65 watts, and the coil comes in around 0.23. 0.23 to 0.25. So these coils are typically, they come in around 0.25, between 0.23 and 0.25. There's no ramp up time whatsoever. None. There you have it. There's your top cap with ceramic plug, extra glass, metal glass, extra glass, extra coil, bag of goodies, extra post hole screws, Allen key. Alright, so there's the Theorem, up close and personal, designed by Jabo, inspired by Suck My Mod. Let's come up top, have a vape on it, talk about it some more, I'll give my pros and cons. Welcome back up top, guys. There you have it, breakdown of the Theorem by Wismec. And like I said, it's designed by Jabo, inspired by Suck My Mod. I'm going to turn my fan on, I hope it doesn't affect the audio very much. It's hot as fucking here. It's got to be about plus 30 outside. I'm upstairs. I've got no fucking air conditioning on the upstairs level of my house, and it is hot. Just give me 1 second here. Alright, there we go. It's a little better. So, as you see, the tank it's well built. I'm impressed. You know, nice little flavor tank. It's not big enough for me. I like a bigger tank, but you do get a dripper-like taste. Alright, some pros about this tank. Flavor. Flavor is fucking great. The flavor of this tank is awesome. I find it very close to a dripper. Flavor is really good. Easy to build on. As you see in the deck, it's got, you know, it's got lots of post holes. The way the deck's set up, it doesn't leak. I haven't had a leak on me yet. You've got 2 O-rings on the bottom, 1 on the top, and you know, when you go to refill it, your tank doesn't come apart. You know, the glass stays on and it doesn't leak. If it didn't have those 2 O-rings on the bottom, I'm pretty sure that when you take that top off, the whole glass would come off. You'd have juice all over your mud, all over yourself, and it'd be a mess. 510 drip tip. A 510 drip tip is great. I don't have to use an adapter. I can use my custom drip tips. I do like the glass one that it comes with, matches the tank, looks nice. It's a short little tank. It looks good on small little mods like this. It's a pro for you guys probably, but not for me. It would be a con for me because I like a bigger tank. I usually run a bigger mod. It's a nice looking tank. It's got the different colored O-rings. It's not your typical white O-ring. It's got those teal O-rings. It's a sleek, nice looking tank. I have another vape one. It's a nice looking tank. It's got the different colored O-rings. It's not your typical white O-ring. It's got those teal O-rings. It's a sleek, nice looking tank. I have another vape one. Cons. Notch coils. Not for me. They work awesome in temp control, but wattage mode, definitely a con for me. Might not be for you guys if you guys are running at a lower wattage, but definitely for me, it's definitely a con. I don't usually run my tanks in temp control mode, but I am running this one and it works great in temp control, so if you guys are in a temp control, the notch coils work really good. It's a juice pig. Start of this video, this tank was full. You know, I've had maybe 8-9 pulls off of it. It's almost empty. You know, you're not going to have to fill it as much as a dripper because you're always dripping. You're going to have to fill it a lot more often than a tank. So airflow control. Airflow control is a pain in the ass in this. I'm used to just being able to adjust my airflow and done. If I want to set it for the front or the back, I have to unscrew it, set it, screw it back down, and 9 times out of 10, that airflow control ring, it moves when I screw it down. So, you know, that's a con for me. A lot of you guys don't like to adjust your airflow. You set it and vape. That's it. Sometimes I like to adjust my airflow, close it off a little bit, open it up a little bit. You know, you have it wide open, more vape, less flavor. Close it off a little bit, less vape, more flavor. It's a con for me. Would I recommend it to you guys? Absolutely. If you guys are looking for a tank that's got that dripper style flavor and you like running in temp control or lower wattage, this tank's for you. For me, no. For you guys, possibly. So, with saying that, I have a theorem to give away. So, contest rules are, just like typical, you guys have to go to my Facebook page, comment on the video, and I'm going to run this for a week. For every comment, you guys will get an entry into the draw. At the end of the week, I'll use random.org, we'll do the draw, and I'm going to ship it anywhere across Canada, free shipping. So if you guys want one of these for yourself to try out, comment on the video. I'll post the results, and you guys will find out. So, if you guys like my videos, you like my reviews, please click the button at the bottom, subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more videos for you guys in the future. So until then, play safe, build safe, and vape on.